So as always, I like to take a quick look at the technology that's involved in this particular device. And the Versa 2 has an AMOLED display, an aluminum watch case. Connectivity wise, you have Bluetooth 4.1 with Wi-Fi. It's water resistant up to 50 meters. And sensor wise, it has a 3-axis accelerometer, an optical heart rate monitor, an altimeter, an ambient light sensor, and it also has NFC support. So let's talk about the design for a little bit. It's one of my favorite parts of this actual watch itself. They went with a strictly if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing from the Versa 2. The Versa 1 and the Versa 2 look very similar to each other with some slight improvements. One being the screen, of course. The screen is definitely better on the Versa 2 than it was on the Versa 1. And the other thing you'll see is that the original Versa had a 3-button configuration where the Versa 2 only sports a single button configuration. And I actually like the 1-button configuration. It means you're never really more than 1 button away from getting to the menu that you want. And never discount the fact that the Versa has a touch screen, so you can just kind of navigate pretty easily throughout the menus that you have on the Versa 2 itself. I like the 1-button minimalization of it. I didn't think you really needed 3 buttons. The overall design and feel of the watch, it feels really light. And that's one of the things that I've always had against Versas in general. It's not just the Versa 2, but the Versa 1 also felt pretty light on your wrist. I think that is a design choice made by Fitbit because this watch is designed to really be a workout watch, a watch that you wear while you're jogging or going to the gym, and you don't want something heavy or something that feels cumbersome on your wrist as you move forward. So they use a lot of lightweight materials to produce this particular watch, which benefits some users. Some users really love it. I, on the other hand, need to feel a little bit of weight on my wrist, and sometimes when I'm wearing a Versa, it doesn't feel like you have anything on your wrist. Take that as you may. That may be good for you, but it may not. Now back to the screen, which is one of the major upgrades from the Versa 1 to the Versa 2. Unlike the Versa 1 that had an LCD display, the Versa 2 is set up with a pretty bright AMOLED touchscreen that's protected by Gorilla Glass 3. Now I really like the screen of the Versa 2 itself. It can get really bright, which is a benefit when you're outside. It can get up to 1000 nits of brightness. I found that the images or the words or the text, anything being displayed on the screen is pretty crisp, it's pretty clean, it's pretty clear. With the ambient light sensor, it's also able to kind of adjust the brightness according to the environment around you. One of the things I hated about the Versa 2 was the huge bezels. Those bezels are very huge and very pronounced around the screen of the watch itself. I still don't know why they put the huge bezels there. It's kind of a tease because you get a really great screen, but it's boxed in this really small confined space. I think Fitbit should have did a little bit more to stretch the screen out just a smite more than it is currently. I don't think you necessarily need a full screen display, but something a lot bigger than what's currently there. The bezels are a distraction and it's kind of a throw off because when you look at the watch when it's off, it looks like you're having a full screen display. When you power it on, and you see these black bars going around it, and it kind of minimalizes the beauty of the overall screen on the Versa 2. Now with the new screen also comes some new features like an always on display. Now at launch, the always on display wasn't really customizable, didn't have many watch spaces, but with a recent update, you now have some new third-party support for always on, so you have a little bit more customization there. Now always keep in mind that with an always on display, your battery life is definitely going to take a hit. I found that it cut the battery life for me almost in half when I was using the always on display versus just the regular setup of the watch itself. Now performance wise, the Versa 2 also comes with a faster processor, and navigating between pages, closing and opening the applications, bringing up my health data, all that felt really quick. It felt really clean. I didn't have any problems with the overall performance and movement of the watch itself. The Versa 2 also has pretty decent battery life. They're claiming about 5 days worth of battery life for standard use. I managed to get about that. Sometimes I can stretch it out a little bit further depending on how much I was actually using the device itself. Again, keep in mind that if you have the always on display enabled, you're definitely going to get shorter battery life than that. Now there's a ton of different tracking options in the Versa 2 itself, and this is one of the things that Fitbit does better than just about anybody else, is tracking exercises. They track just about any kind of exercise you can think of, anything from cardio to weightlifting to swimming to jogging, anything that you can kind of think of, you can track with your Versa 2 watch. One of the things I didn't really understand is that they didn't put a GPS in the watch itself. So in order for you to go on a jog and get an accurate tracking, you're going to have to bring your phone with you. And I think that's where it really falls short from a lot of the other smartwatches that are currently on the market. Watches like the Active 2 or the Apple Watch, you really don't need to bring your phone with you. Those watches do a pretty good job of actively tracking you as you move because they have built-in GPSs that does just that. The Versa 2 relies on your mobile device to do that properly. I think that's a shortcoming because a lot of times you don't want to bring your mobile device with you when you're going on a jog. The Versa 2 also has sleep tracking applications, which a lot of people love and come in handy. I found the data that's gathered by the sleep tracking apps to be adequate. I wish they would offer some more insight, some more information on how to sleep better and not just track how long you've been asleep or restless sleep. Providing some more information would be very useful to the user itself. Now, one of the cool things about the Versa 2 is it does have Amazon Alexa built directly into the watch itself. It gives you the ability to basically talk to Alexa the way you would on any of your other Alexa enabled devices. And you can even control some smart home applications and some smart home devices directly from your watch itself. So if you have like smart lights or smart plugs in your home, you can actually control them via the Amazon Alexa app. Now, unlike most other Amazon Alexa enabled devices, the Versa 2 does not have a speaker. So that means rather than hearing the response of Alexa on your device, you're actually just going to be reading it on the screen, which is not a big deal if you're just looking down at your watch anyway. I think it's a really cool functionality. It's a little bit buggy at times. It didn't work 100% the way I wanted it to work. I think the integration was a great idea to have an assistant kind of just baked into your watch because we all need those nowadays. I think every other watch has that. So throwing in Alexa, which is a pretty popular assistant, is a good idea. I just think the integration or the iteration of this first try really wasn't there. And now again, with Google purchasing Fitbit, I don't think we're going to see Alexa in the next version of a Fitbit watch. I think you're definitely going to see the Google Assistant a little bit more baked in, which is a benefit. I think that's one of the benefits of Google buying Fitbit. Now, definitely one of the best advantages of purchasing a Versa is the community. Fitbit has a really robust fitness community that's focused and dedicated to using their Versa devices to better their health overall. So purchasing a Versa gives you access to this full community, full just dedicated set of individuals that really love that fitness lifestyle. So if you're really looking to live a healthier lifestyle, live a fitness-based lifestyle, that's one of the pitches for purchasing the Versa watch versus any other smartwatches, because this watch is really just dedicated for that fitness lifestyle. The other watches just kind of sort of do fitness things. This watch is all about fitness, and their community definitely proves that. Now, overall, the Fitbit Versa 2 offers a handful of improvements over its predecessor with that nice cool screen, even though it has the huge thick bezels for some reason. Now, older models also come with Fitbit Pay, and of course they're fantastic fitness tracking applications that are built into the watch itself, but they're really just still trying to figure out the smartwatch aspect of this. I felt that it was really so designated on fitness that a lot of the smartwatch functions and features just didn't work the way they're supposed to or work the way they do on other smartwatches that are on the market. And the third-party applications are still really just lacking with this watch. So you're getting a ton of great fitness applications, but that's about it. The third-party support just isn't there the way it's supposed to, but it's still only a $200 price tag. And the positives with that price tag can outweigh the negatives for a lot of different users. Sure, there are a lot of different watches on the market that does it better. The Watch Active on the Android side, and of course the Apple Watch on the iOS side are definitely two of the best choices you can go with, but they're both a little bit more expensive than the Versa 2. And again, they're both just smartwatches that happen to do fitness things. So if you're looking for a fitness type watch that happens to do watch things, but not so well, I would definitely recommend the Versa 2. And if you're a Versa user coming up from the Versa 1, the Versa 2 is definitely an improvement, so you can definitely check that out as well. If you're just looking for an overall smartwatches, there are definitely some other options that may do it a little bit better. My suggestion is always to do your research, match up the features, and see which one works best for you. I pass the question on to you. Are you looking to purchase a Fitbit Versa in 2020? Do you have a Fitbit Versa and do you love the experience of actually using it? What do you think the influence of Google purchasing Fitbit is going to do to future Versa watches that are coming out? Go ahead and share all your thoughts and comments in the comment section down below the video. And while you're down there, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit that like button and that subscribe button with that bell for notification so you don't miss and release some cool, helpful content like this one. Until next time, guys, you can check out some of the other reviews we've done on the channel over here. And thank you so much for checking out the video. And as always, stay safe and peace out.